galaxy divided. Striking swiftly after the Battle of Umbara, General Grievous and his droid army lead a mission to capture the Republic moon base in Orden 5. A suspectful Anakin Skywalker sends a 501st Recon Trooper to locate the whereabouts of the devious General Grievous. Little did the Jedi know, he was too late. Hello everyone, Indie Brick Productions here with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my entry to Brickanics MOC contest, and I'm so excited to show you guys this MOC. So guys, I'm so excited to show you this MOC once again. Make sure to like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, because you definitely don't want to miss out on future MOCs. But a little bit of information about this MOC: it took me around a month to a half a month to build, so it was definitely a long building process, and I'm really glad and I'm really enjoying the way it came out. And then also it had to be in a 32 by 32 area, so of course I had to make that. So it could be less than that, but I decided to go 32 by 32 just because it would look the best and I could fit the most in it. So here's just like a little spin around of everything going on, and I'll go into a little bit more depth here in a second. But starting off all the way kind of in this front grassy area. Alright, so now we're back to the front. You do see some battle droids kind of strewn about, kind of all damaged and blasted apart, so that looks really cool. You can see a super battle droid over here, as well as some of these normal battle droids. And then of course the main man himself, General Grievous, so he looks very cool. Then also we have two clone troopers as well as Anakin Skywalker preparing to battle General Grievous. Now if we do remove it over here, you can see that they have this large explosion kind of going on with all these little spring-loaded shooters, and then these two battle droids kind of flying out, as well as all of these little studs and cheese slopes kind of shooting out in all different directions. And if you see down there, I used this little fern piece, which is commonly found in desert sets, and then I attached a stamp piece like this, and then I grabbed one of these pieces, which is used for the minifigure series from the superheroes line, and I attached that onto the little fern piece, and I was able to attach onto a stud with a anti-hole onto it, so that was really nice. And then there's this nice big window over here with the triangular shape, which is very iconic to these types of clone bases, as well as the Venator. And then all of this rock work. So this is actually my first time doing rock work. I think it came out amazing. I definitely wouldn't have changed anything about it. It looks pretty great in my opinion. I'm super happy with the way it came out, especially for my first time. I think it did pretty well. Let me know in the comment section down below if there's any ways I can improve the rock work, but overall I think it came out really well with the mixture of these 1x1s as well as these 1x2s, and I just think it came out very nice. But moving on from this kind of front section, you can kind of see some more grass details, as well as just some of these darker colors in here next to the grass. But moving on now, we do have the main hangar, which leads out. You can see that there's this little strip right here, so it kind of like goes up and out into the terrain. And then you also have these nice little slope pieces, which definitely give some angling to the door. Then you have two jetpack troopers waiting for battle, as well as this large opening right here, which that will come into play a little bit later. And then three 501st troopers kind of running towards the main hangar door to go and fight. Then there's this large platform over here, which kind of leads into this half doorway, and that is the command center. So you have a 501st trooper kind of watching guard, protecting the officers, and you can see a little control panel behind this one, and the two officers right here. I'll remove this one so that you can see some of the control panels, and also you can see through the glass, which are those triangular pieces, and you can see like the explosion as well as Anakin Skywalker right through there, so you can kind of see my finger. That's pretty cool. But then we also have this little computer kind of panel, and that's really it for the first floor. So this is the first floor that I had built. Now let's move on to the top second floor. Alright, so here's the bottom, and now we're going up to the top. You can see a little bit more of that explosion with kind of that 501st Trooper getting blown and blasted out of the way. Then up here, of course, starting off, we have this little battle droid laying on the ground, as well as this super battle droid kind of standing their position, and this nice custom droideka. And I'll show that to you guys real quick. That is actually made up of a lot of interesting parts. You have some pistol pieces down here, as well as a droid body, and then some of like these handlebar pieces, and I think it came out pretty well, and I definitely think that it could be improved a little bit, but overall, for what it is, the actual accuracy of it is pretty good. And then we also have this battle droid, and then some of that more greenery I was talking about. Now, this is one of my favorite areas of the MOC, and this is actually this clone trooper kind of getting dragged away right there, and that has to be just one of my favorite areas of the MOC. Definitely a very cool detail with like the little blood stain and the sand kind of dripping as he's getting carried away after being shot. So that definitely looks very cool, and a very unique minifigure position, which I definitely tried to improve in this MOC. Then over here we do have this awesome little tree, and it is a palm tree, so that looks very cool. You can kind of see how I connected all those pieces on there with this kind of larger fern piece up at the top. Then we have this 501st Trooper hiding behind the BARC speeder, kind of calling in on his little comm link. But if I take this little BARC speeder out, I'll actually show you guys that in a little bit more detail. I actually have a video on how to build this thing. It's definitely very nice in minifigure scale, so it's definitely a nice inclusion to this MOC. You can see this little grill, as well as the fins, and then some of the fins in the back. But overall, I think it fit very well in the MOC, so that's why I decided to add it. And then all the way on the inside of here, you can see that Captain Rex is kind of holding his helmet under his shoulder, which definitely is a nice addition. And then we also have the clone captain kind of telling the location of General Grievous, which you saw in that cinematic in the beginning, as well as a 501st Trooper running out to his fallen brother to help him. And then also we have this nice little satellite dish, which has some mixel joints so you can move it around. But there is one more thing up here which I'll show you. Alright, so now we're at the top of the building. You can see the little palm tree right here in a little bit more detail, so you can see kind of like the mix of these fern pieces, as well as these kind of longer fern pieces used on like the SpongeBob house. But you can actually lift up this little bubble, and there's an officer sitting in there, so he's kind of like a little watch officer. You can kind of see what's going on from the high ground, definitely using Obi-Wan's tactics there. And then you can kind of see some detailing up in here, just so that it wouldn't be so bland. Alright, so you can kind of see this black reflecting a little bit, so you'll see my hands a little bit in there. But you do have this nice little Easter egg room with the original Qui-Gon minifigure, some little studs from the Complete Saga game, as well as a mini kit that he's kind of finding, so I definitely think that was a nice little bit of added detail. Then, of course, I gotta put my boy Janitor Jar Jar Binks from the Bombad Bounty, so he's just kind of in this little hallway, kind of sweeping up. But then, I'm gonna take you guys all the way over to this side, because this is a whole nother area to the MOC. You have an officer kind of just chilling right here with this nice kind of light design, as well as this clone trooper, my bad, and all of these, this whole section right here. So all of these stairs, you can kind of see it like slightly jiggling a little bit, and that's all because it's snot, so that's really cool. All of these little stairs are all connected with snot techniques, so you can see if we do take this officer, he can actually completely walk up the stairs, which is very cool, and we'll just put him off to the side. And then, of course, we have two fellers right here, and they're kind of just running up these stairs into the main attraction of this build, and that is the fully functional AT-RT elevator. So you may be wondering how this actually works. Now, I'll take you a little bit towards the bottom here. Now, you'll see this nice little clear piece right here. You can see it kind of moving, as well as the elevator right here. So you can definitely see that these stairs link up with the elevator. You can see it's a little dark in there, but you get the feel. And if you push this little clear piece in, the whole model lifts up off the ground into the top floor, and that's using this kind of scissor lift technique. So you have different technic beams interlocking each other so that they can reach all the way to the top, and you can see one kind of pushes up the next. And I think that came out really well. Like, I'm extremely impressed with the way that turned out. I don't want to like make myself sound like I'm boasting here, but I'm really appreciative of how that actually came out. So, of course, it does look amazing from the front of the build. You can see it right here, kind of popping up. I'll just push the little thing in, and then there you go. It's right there. And I'll just show you guys one more time. So I'll just push it in, and you can see it kind of popping up in the back. And then I'll show you one more time from the back. And here's the back of the build, and you can see it comes up perfectly right there, and then it hits the roof just slightly with those antennas, but it can easily walk out of the doorway, which is just so freaking cool. So that's the MOC in all of its glory. Thank you guys for watching this video so much. I really had an enjoyable time making this MOC, and I'm just so grateful and to see it all put together now, and it just looks amazing in my opinion. So let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below, and tell me if I can make any more improvements to it. I would definitely be eager to hear what you guys have to say about it. But that's really going to do it for the video. If you guys are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. And also, thank you Brickanics for hosting the MOC contest, because you really got me back into MOC building, and I really appreciate that. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Indie Brick Productions is out, and may the brick be with you.